Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Emily, and with me is my awesome co-host, Jake. Today, we're talking about something that makes a lot of people nervous public speaking, especially when you have to do it in English.
Hey everyone, I'm Jake, and yes, speaking in front of people can be challenging, but doing it in a second language? That adds a whole new level of nerves. Whether you're giving a presentation, speaking in a meeting, or even just talking in front of classmates, public speaking anxiety is real.
Exactly. And trust me, you won't want to miss this. By the end of this episode, we're going to share some powerful tips that will help you conquer your public speaking anxiety and boost your confidence when speaking English. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to improve, these strategies are game changers. So stick around until the end, because we've got you covered.
So, let's get into it. First things first, acknowledge the fear. Public speaking anxiety is super common. In fact, most people feel nervous before they speak in public, especially in another language. It's totally okay to feel that way. The good news is that once you understand it, you can start managing it.
Absolutely. One thing that really helps me is remembering that the audience isn't there to judge me. They're just there to listen and learn. They don't expect perfection. This mindset shift can really help reduce the pressure.
Yes, people are actually rooting for you. They want to hear what you have to say, not judge every little mistake. And let's be honest, when speaking in English as a second language, it's okay to make mistakes. Most people will appreciate the effort, not criticize your grammar.
Totally. And here's a great tip: reframe your nerves as excitement. It sounds simple, but it works. When your heart starts racing or your palms get sweaty, try telling yourself, this isn't fear, this is just excitement. That way, you can channel all that nervous energy into your performance.
Exactly. The physical symptoms of anxiety, like your racing heart, are actually your body getting ready to perform. You can use that energy to make your speech even better.
Now, let's move on to another key point: preparation. This is the foundation of confident public speaking. The more prepared you are, the more control you'll feel. I like to practice my speech out loud several times. That way, it becomes second nature, and I feel more comfortable when it's time to speak.
For sure. Practice makes a huge difference. And here's a fun tip: record yourself. Yes, it might feel awkward at first, but hearing yourself speak helps you notice areas where you might stumble. Plus, it helps with pronunciation and pacing, especially when speaking in English.
That's a great one. Another important factor is knowing your audience. When you know who you're speaking to, it's easier to connect with them. If you know they're supportive or interested in your topic, it's less intimidating. Think of it more like a conversation than a performance.
And speaking of connection, eye contact is a big confidence booster. It might feel scary at first, but making eye contact with people in the audience can actually help calm your nerves. It makes the interaction feel more personal and less like you're talking to a sea of faces.
Exactly. And don't forget about breathing. When we're nervous, we tend to take short, shallow breaths, which only makes anxiety worse. Before you start speaking, take a few deep breaths to calm yourself down. It sounds simple, but it works wonders.
Breathing is so important. I actually like to take 3 slow, deep breaths right before I speak. It helps me relax and focus on what I'm going to say.
Another great tip is to start small. If speaking in front of a large crowd feels overwhelming, start by speaking in front of smaller groups. Present to friends, family, or even in casual meetings. The more you do it, the more confident you'll become.
That's so true. And as you get more comfortable in smaller settings, you'll gradually build up the confidence to speak in front of larger groups. It's all about baby steps.
Exactly. And here's an important one: accept imperfection. Nobody is perfect, and public speaking is no exception. If you forget a word, mispronounce something, or lose your place, don't panic. Just pause, take a breath, and keep going. Chances are the audience won't even notice.
Absolutely. We often think mistakes are a big deal, but they're not. What people really remember is how you make them feel, not whether you got every word right. Passion, confidence, and connection are what matter most.
So, let's do a quick recap of the main points. Here are 7 key steps to help you overcome public speaking anxiety. 1. Acknowledge your fear. It's normal, and everyone experiences it. 2. Reframe your nerves as excitement. Turn that nervous energy into something positive. 3. Prepare thoroughly. Practice, practice, practice. Even record yourself to catch any improvements. 4. Know your audience. Understanding who you're speaking to helps you connect better. 5. Use eye contact. It creates a personal connection and makes you feel more engaged. 6. Breathe deeply. Deep breaths before and during your speech can calm your nerves. 7. Start small. Begin with smaller groups and work your way up to bigger audiences. And finally, accept imperfection. No one expects you to be flawless, so just keep going if you make a mistake. With practice, it will get easier and more natural.
Yeah. Public speaking, especially in English, is a skill that you can improve over time. It's okay if it's challenging at first. Just keep practicing and you'll see your confidence grow.
Exactly. So don't be too hard on yourself. And remember that every time you speak in public, you're getting better at it. Confidence is built step by step.
That's right. Thanks for tuning in today. We hope these tips help you feel more confident next time you have to speak in public, especially if you're doing it in English.
If you have any stories or tips about how you've overcome public speaking anxiety, we'd love to hear them. Drop us a message or comment below.
And remember, confidence is something you build one speech at a time. You've got this.
Until next time, everyone, keep practicing, stay confident, and we'll see you in the next episode.